Someone's about to get fired. So I promise you. All right. So we're back on. We're doing just Q&A, Navy Fed Q&A, but just a breakdown. Okay, cool. All right. Neudi Segura. I don't know if you're a client of ours, right? But if you're not a client, you should definitely be one because you can get into Navy Fed that way, right? That's the best advice I can give you right now while we're here. You know, I feel like you don't know what you don't know, and it costs you more not to be in this room, okay? I know you guys could be watching Netflix. You guys can be doing a lot of stuff. So I appreciate you guys, you know, tapping in with us. All right, so I was sharing a few things. Let me do this. Hold on. All right, cool. Let's go. Sorry. Perfect. Sorry, because I'm doing Zoom and this. So, all right. Perfect. I think. All right, hold on. Okay, so you guys see iBankNet. All right, you guys see that? Okay, cool. So, like I said, iBankNet, small tool so you guys can see what state am I in? Because like that guy, right? He said, how can I get into Navy Federal? What's the best step? Whatever. I told him, hey, sign up with us. You'll be a Navy Fed client. If you're not, all good. But if whatever state that guy is in, he should be going to ibank.net, type in his state, or click on his state image, and then type in the top three banks. That's the one that he should be with. Okay. So, for example, Nestor, thank you for putting your business out there. He's kind of banned from Navy Federal. We'll get to the bottom of it, right? But as of now, he's banned. There's no reason why, or an unknown for right now. But he can go state employee credit union or schools first. All right. Those are the top 3 banks in the nation, right? Schools first. You need someone to be a teacher, someone to get you in the mix. State employee. You have to be a state employee with the, nation. But there's ways to go around that. Okay. So I wanted to kind of show you that real quick, just because not everyone can get into Navy Federal. But what I am going to show you is, hold on 1 second. Trying to do a few things. Okay. What I do want to share is that you can still do a pledge loan with other banks. Okay. You can do a pledge loan with DCU. Okay. You can do a pledge loan with Alliant. Okay. You can do a pledge loan with First Tech. Okay. So there's other credit unions that you can do a pledge loan. Okay. Now, this is really important. I talked about it in the last video. When you do a pledge loan, the most important thing is that when you pay it off 3 days later, ask them, do I get my money back right away? Or do I have to wait until the loan is paid off? Okay. 2, that's a really important question. Question number 2 is, how many pledge loans can I do at one time? Navy Fed, at least 3 is what they don't want you to go over more than 3, but it's important to know. Okay? Yeah, this camera making me look a little skinnier. Shout out to EOS. Shout out to Calorie Deficit. But anyways, so yeah, like I said, guys, if you have not done a pledge loan, I want to make sure that do a pledge loan. All right? If you're not a client, okay, so Segura, you're a client. Make sure to text us and say, hey, I'm a client. I would like to get into Navy Federal. We'll make sure you get in. All right? We'll make sure you get in. Okay? So give me 1 second because I'm going to continue this real quick. 1 second. I'm about to do this. Book a call. If you're not a client and you just want to book a call, I'm throwing the link in the chat just so you guys can book a call. And then I'm going to give you guys a couple little value real quick. Now, like going back to this client, Albert, okay? This is really important, okay? He had bad credit, okay? We didn't fix his credit. We didn't fix his credit because he had lawyers fixing his credit. I didn't touch his credit. All I did was give him some accountability, tell him, hey, I need you to do this. I need you to do this. I need you to do this, right? So what he did, right? I'm going to break down to you here. So in 3 months, worst case, you can get a $10,000 loan. However, I'm telling you this because I'm not your financial advisor, none of that. If you get this $10,000 loan, you should be getting it to invest in something, okay? You want to gamble? You want to invest in crypto? That's on you, right? You playing with fire. Hey, I support whatever you do, okay? But that's where that's at, right? And I'm not telling you to invest in crypto. I'm just telling, hey, if I got 10,000, I need to put this to work, okay? If you can invest in yourself, that's the best ROI. If you can invest in a small business, I mean, 10,000 is not much, but what I honestly would do with those 10,000, give me some ideas of what you would do with 10,000. Can you guys put it in the comments? What would you do with 10,000? So definitely let me know. Okay? I know. I said that for you, Frank. I know you all about it. Okay, so Frank said crypto, get another sublease, got you. Mobile detailing service. I mean, Moises, that's a great business idea, right? Right? Upgrade my rental property, vending machines, right? Obviously, there's so many ideas you can really make grow with 10,000. Okay, but I think one thing that you can do, and what I would do is build a relationship with another 2 banks. Okay, so I would use that 10,000, okay, and then move it into this bank and another bank, right? Put 1,000 here, put 1,000 in the other one. Now, this is something that people do make this mistake a lot. They get to 10,000 and they put it in another bank. They'll put like 8,000 in there and they let it sit for 3 months. Do you think that's smart? Yes or no? Do you think that's smart? Yes or no? Hey, Brandon, can I get some water, please, bro? My throat's dry and I don't want to leave the camera because someone's saying yes, someone's saying no. Okay? Okay, so thank you, brother. Appreciate it. That is not smart. Why? Because you're just letting it sit there. If you're strategic, I would put 1,000 each week. Put it in, right? Put 1,000 each week. Now the bank is like, hey, man, deposits are coming in. And remember, banks work in 90-day cycles. Okay? So if you can position yourself where these 10,000 possibly can get me like another 20,000, is that a win? Yes or no? Yeah, definitely a win, guys. And that's how we got to start thinking. Okay. I feel like, social media, you get 10,000 and people are quick to buy something to impress people that don't care about you. They don't care, but they don't care what you do. Yeah, you buy something cool. Okay, cool. Get the picture for the selfie and that's it. Right. But we want to do more. Right. We want to get more. Yes, it's going to be more risky, but at the end of the day, you're getting more reward. All right. You're getting more reward. I had a client, he actually met me in Vegas and it was just like I was there for my daughter's softball, comes up to me and he says, hey man, I follow a lot of people on social media and I'm scared to invest because social media people are like, they don't appear who they say they are. All right. Let me know if you guys agree with that. Some people from social media don't maybe they don't seem genuine, or you're like, I don't know, something about that dude, right? Don't seem right. Let me know if you're experiencing something like that. put in the chat, because I feel like that's where the trust comes in, right? That's where like you got to do your due diligence, okay? Because no one's gonna do it for you, right? It's your investment, it's your money. You got to do your homework on people. Like with me, is like I'm just this is what you get in person, right? That's it. You're not gonna get a cookie cutter version, right? You can ask Cynthia; she was in the office. A lot of people have been in the office, but I'm just saying it's you get what you get, right? No cookie cutter stuff. And I'm gonna tell you the real, the raw. This is not no overnight success. This ain't no like BS. I don't want to like sugarcoat you just so you sign up with us. I just want to be straightforward and just tell you how it is. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna hurt your feelings, but I rather you like me for being truth than not like me for bullshitting you know, or whatever. I think I said that wrong. And you know, I mean, like I said, I appreciate you coming out. And when you're a client of ours, like I said, hey, you know what? I want to meet up with Santiago. I got some plans. What's a good strategy move I can do? That's what you're getting also. Okay? And remember, there's more to this. This is just a small investment of what's out there. There's so much out there. Like, I think one thing that we don't think is like, if I fix my credit and then my sister fixes her credit and then my brother fixes her credit and we're all able to get 50,000. I don't want to like hyperbolize the situation and be like, yeah, we can all get 100K, which is possible. But if we get each 50K, can we invest in something? Right? That's where you have to think. Now we got capital. Now we can do something. If you don't have capital, you can't do shit. Let's be real. More capital, you can do stuff. All right? More capital, you can take more risk. But then remember, there's like certain risks that you can take that you don't feel like as risky, right? Because you know certain field. But if you don't know a certain field, like I recommend getting a mentor, right? Because the mentor is he already got the L's. He took the L's. Okay. And if your mentor don't got a mentor, I mean, he don't know it all. He still got to keep learning and growing, but it's those relationships that people don't really think about. They feel like, okay, he's charging me 5,000, right? But then that relationship is going to be worth more than 5,000, right? If you invest 5,000 and you get back 50,000, okay, is that a good opportunity or not? All right, that's how you have to think about it. Okay, don't think of it as face value. Okay, like you getting tickets to go to the Laker game. Would you pay courtside? Would you pay $5,000 a ticket to go courtside? That's $10,000. Okay, but is it going to put you? You might meet someone and might connect with someone. If it's going to make you do it, if it's not going to make you more money, then don't do it. Right? If you're doing it for clout, that's one thing. If you're doing it as a business move, right, then do it. That's the framework and kind of like the mentality that I want people to do it. Like everything you do should give you an ROI of 5x to 10x. Okay? If you're investing in something, 5x to 10x my return. But it's not going to come this month, next month, or the month after that, right? It'll come with time. And I think that's where people, they get it misconstrued because they want it now. Bro, I need that house now. I need that 20K now. And they don't want to plant the seed. Okay? And that's what messes you up because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses. You're trying to see, oh boy over there, and he's been doing this for 3 years. You've just been doing it for 2 months, and you want that same outcome. Okay? Doesn't work that way. All right? And I mean that because, like I said, social media, bro, is just a majority of stuff is not real on social media. You know what I'm saying? And I say that because I would admire people, right, on social media. And then when I meet them, it's like, oh, man, that dude was a douchebag or whatever the case. Okay? But I just know I just want to be my authentic self. And I want to keep instilling you guys to like, hey, let's level up. Every call that we hop on, right? Let's level up. Let's level up. Let's get better. Okay? Best thing you can do from this call, hey, you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to join a credit union. I'm going to ask if they do pledge loans, and I'm going to do a pledge loan. Right? Is that a win or is that a loss? You know? Let me know. Yes. Anything is progress. Anything is progress. You're planting the seed. Okay, but I say this respectfully. If you have a $500 credit card and you keep maxing it out, right? You're never going to get out of that $500 credit card jail. They're not going to increase your credit. All right? And this is powerful. And I say this because it's the basics. What is a statement date and what is the due date? I know I asked that question a lot because I want it to be like where everyone knows the answer. Right? Can someone break it down for me in the chat? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Or if you want to talk about it, just raise your hand. I'll pick you and tell me the difference. Who knows the difference? Come on, statement date and due date. There's harder questions out there. This is just a baby one, easy one. Nobody knows statement date, due date. I know people know. They're just scared to answer. Or you legit don't know. Nobody for real? Damn. He said, yes, I know. All right, tell me what is it, Segura? Unmute and then tell me.
You hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. What's the difference?
The statement due date, and what was the other one you said?
So statement date and then due date.
Okay, so the statement date is the billing cycle for which they generate what you have consumed or what you use out of your credit card transaction.
Nice.
Right? For example, if your statement date is on the 7th, right? Then I think it's a week down the line, you're going to have your due date, which is going to be per se 13th or the 18th around there. So what you have to try to do, if you have maxed it out, you have to pay all that money that you use from your card, let's see, 3 days or 4 days before the statement date. And then you're going to come back to the due date. Well, what I try to do in the past is, per se, pay 90% of what I've used before the statement day, and then when the due date comes, I pay the remaining amount.
Okay, cool. So like right now, I'll give you the answer. Like, what's your highest credit card right now?
Myself is $3,000.
Okay, cool. What bank?
It's Capital One.
How long have you had that $3,000 credit limit?
I just not too long ago I opened it, but because I had kickoff for some other.
Okay, so what's not too long ago? How long ago?
Probably about a year or two.
Okay, all right, cool. A year or two. The reason you're at 3,000 and you haven't gone more than that is because, I mean, I haven't seen your file, right? I don't have it in front of me. Chances are you are maxing it or you're not using it enough, right? There's two things, all right? And then what you can do is make multiple payments. So make 3 payments a month. They're going to see that that $3,000 limit is not enough, and they're going to raise you up. Okay? It goes back to this. If they see that you cannot handle a $3,000 one, they're not going to give you $5,000. People that are getting high limits, and they're like, oh my God, they just increased my credit score, or they increased my limit. It's because you're using the card and paying it down. Okay? So seriously, right? You're shooting yourself in the foot because you only have a $3,000 credit card. And don't get me wrong, I started with a $2,000 Navy Fed, and in that month, I wasted $8,000 that month. Because when I opened it, I was using it for business because I didn't know about business credit, but that's what I'm saying. Used it, pay it off. Used it, pay it off, right? So in 3 months, they gave me $7,000. And then another 3 months, they gave me $15,000. Because I was using it, but I was using it for business. I wasn't using it to flex. You see what I mean? So that's what it comes down to. Use it, pay it off, be aggressive. Okay? This is another hack. Use it for 500, and then if it lets you pay more, pay 600. Now you're like negative, but that's a good negative because you paid over.
Oh, so that's not a bad thing. I was thinking about that. So if you go above what you actually what your limit is, to say if it's a 750 and then you pay let's say 800 or 900, that's not. I'm like, is that something that's looking bad on your behalf?
No, that's good because you're paying over. That means, hey, this guy's paying over. Okay, so and I found this hack by accident. And how do I say that? Because like 4 years ago, right? Like I was building my credit and then also building my wife's credit. I think my wife started with a Discover 8000, right? She would use it. I'm telling her, hey, look, pay it off completely, whatever. So we made multiple payments each month. And every 3 months, she would be pissed. She would tell me like, hey, babe, why is my credit going up? I don't want more credit. And it was because we were paying aggressive. So they just kept giving her more and more. Now it's like that card, like 30,000. You see what I mean? But you don't want to use that card, max it out, and just leave it there because that's interest that you're paying high. Okay? Can she, you know what I mean? Can she make money off that card? Yeah, if she adds people to her credit card, it's just going to boost their score, right? Because she's adding history. She's had that card for like 5 years, 4 years, and then she's got 30K. You see what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. $3,000, respectable. Okay, cool. But you want to get to 7,000, 9,000, and you want to do it where they're giving the increases for you. You don't have to apply for it. Use the card, pay it off. Use the card again, pay it off. Just make multiple. Do like 3 payments a month. You're going to see they're going to increase it. You know what I mean? So
it doesn't matter what the limit is you have, but if you stick to making, like consistently 3 payments, they'll see that, you're doing what you're supposed to be. You're being responsible.
Yeah, they'll increase.
Right?
Yeah, they'll increase it for sure. And then real quick, I know you said that you're not a Navy Federal, correct?
No, because I just was boarded like last month by rumor. So he texted me. He told me that he will get in touch with me and get down to business.
Okay.
I've been working a lot, so I'll get in touch with him.
Yeah, I mean, this, like I said, I tell people like this, like I'm telling you, same 24 hours in a day, right? But then how we use our 24 hours is efficient, right? There's something that people, they don't like this, but it's like rich people move fast, poor people move slow. You want to move fast. That's it. If you want something bad enough, right? You're going to figure it out and you're going to move fast. If I tell you, yo, Segura, open this credit union ASAP and then do a pledge loan ASAP. Okay? Like that's how fast do you want it? Like one of my mentors, I had one phone and then he was saying, I need another phone, right? And I have like 3 now, but I needed another phone. And he said every morning he'd call me 6:00 in the morning. Hey, did you get your other phone? And I was like, hey, bro, I haven't had time, this and that. It's because too many clients were calling me on my personal phone. So I needed another phone. I wanted that one to be like family, private friends, or whatever. And he called me for like 3 or 4 days. And you know what hurt was like on the 4th day that he called me, hey, bro, did you get your phone? And I said, no, bro, I haven't had time for it. He said, don't get it. You're not serious about getting a new phone and then, it growing your business. But it hurt me because the way he said it, like, hey, bro, don't get it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like for people that are on a consultation call, they're booked a call, they want to sign up, right? They're like, oh, should I do this credit or not? And then they're like, oh, let me sleep on it. Let me talk to my husband. Let me do this, whatever. Okay, cool. But how serious are you about getting your credit on point? That's what it comes down to, right? Are you serious or are you curious? You know, and I say that because everybody wants a house. Everyone wants an investment property. Everyone wants, you know, all this nice stuff, but they're not willing to sacrifice for like 6 months to get ahead. You know? And that's what it comes down to. Like, what are you willing to sacrifice till you get ahead? Because everyone has sacrificed something, right? Some people have sacrificed their peace of mind. Some people, money, relationships, right? Everybody want to be an entrepreneur until it's time to be an entrepreneur and pay taxes and pay payroll, right? And like, I got to go here, there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're away from family. Like, how bad do you want it? Right? That's what it comes down to you guys. All right, real quick, Diego, you had a question, Diego?
Yes, sir. Regarding the credit cards, so I think I mentioned that I ended up getting a flagship card, right? Nothing crazy, like 10 grand, anything, like 85.
Hey, that's light work, bro.
Like
Nothing crazy.
Hey, boss, but here's the thing:
flexing on it.
Yeah. You're being aggressive with the card. That's what I'm doing, and I don't know if I'm doing it right, but every purchase that I know I have to make, like I gotta go buy groceries, I gotta put gas in the car, things that I can't avoid, I put them in the credit card, and then like literally like when it posts up on my account, I pay it off. Because I've been thinking like, oh, those rewards, or you know, like the little, you know, it's nothing much, but you know, it's just create a lot of history. And I don't know if that's good or is that bad. Like even if we go to the bar or to buy wings or whatever, take my kids out, I'll use a credit card because I know I'm gonna pay for it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna just use a credit card, get those little, you know, the 3 points, 2 points, whatever back, and then just pay it, you know, within 24 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
That's really, really good. I mean, anything like on that credit card, right? I like the flagship, right? It's a black card, right? Like stealthy, right? And that one right there, Navy Fed, they don't give you less than 5,000. So if that card pops up and you apply for the flagship, and I say 99% because even birth control is not even 100%, right? Chances are they're going to give you 5,000 or above. Okay, is that the only credit card you have on Navy Fed?
Negative. I have 2 of the cash rewards ones.
How much are those limits?
They're very low. I think one's like 50. One was a secured credit card, which now became unsecured, like 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
And then another one, but that was like $1,500 and like 1,000. And then I have flagship one for 8,500, and then I have a Bank of America for 20,000.
Okay, cool. So what I would do, right? This is what I would do, Diego. The 15. Oh, so that was they just unsecured that one, correct?
That's correct.
How long ago?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Still two weeks ago. It's not bad.
And then like 3 days later, I was looking drunk and I applied for it anyway because I was on the scene and I got it. So. Yeah.
What do you mean?
3 days later, I ended up getting the flagship.
I'm confused. Okay, so you had the secured. They unsecured it to 1,500, correct?
Yeah, I had a secured credit card for $1,000 that I did like 6 months ago, and then I noticed that it became unsecured. So I'm like, oh, that's a good sign, you know, like they gave me my money back, they unsecured it, and I didn't request for it; they just did it on their own.
Yeah, for sure. That means that you had good payment history, that you were using it on time, you were responsible, right? And then that's why they unsecured it. And then you were saying,
once we did that, I was looking drunk and I fucking applied for the flagship and I got it.
Got it.
Because I was trying. I live in Texas now, and I really wanted to. I fly around a lot for work, so I'm like, if I'm gonna fly a lot for work, I need a credit card to get all those flying points, right? And that's what I was shooting for. I was like, I need a credit card. So I was like, fuck, my credit wasn't still like super strong, but it was pretty, you know, it was decent. And I ended up getting approved. So that's what I'll be using for like traveling for work and whatnot.
Good stuff. Yeah, that's good. I mean, keep building. In 3 months, Diego, you can ask for a credit limit increase on the $1,500 one.
Yes, sir.
And then you'll be up to, from 1,500, they'll probably up you to like 4,000, maybe 5,000. Because with Navy Fed, when the increase, usually they won't give you more than 8 times your limit. Okay. So they won't go from 1,500 to 20,000. They'll go 1,500 Depends on how much you use it. You'll probably go 9,000. That's if you use it a lot. If you don't, they'll probably go to 4,000, which is okay. What I would do, and this is just like I said, I've been doing this stuff for too long.
Okay.
I would ask for a credit limit increase on the cash rewards after 3 months, right?
Okay.
And then after 3 months, you'll probably have 5,000, for example. And then what I would do is combine my flagship and my cash rewards. So just keep one flagship, combine the limits. Now you'll have 15,000. So now you have.
I tried doing that, and the lady said that's not a thing.
What do you mean?
She said she couldn't come. I couldn't combine my credit cards.
What you probably had it when it was still unsecured.
No, like that was after, because what I was gonna do is do a balance transfer, because I have a Home Depot credit card for 30% interest.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, that's a lot. So now that I have a flagship, I was gonna do when I had it on the phone, I was gonna do a transfer of account transfer. And I asked her, like, hey, can I combine, my credit limits on both cards? You're like, no, I couldn't. But I don't know. Maybe she just doesn't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, you could do it actually. Yeah, you could. And then the best transfer balance credit card is the platinum. The silver one.
Okay.
That one you can do a balance transfer for 0.99% for 12 months. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna answer 2 more questions, Adolfo, and then Cynthia. I'll respond to your question. So go ahead.
Hey, what's up, boss?
What's up, brother?
I kept asking a question in the chat.
Go ahead.
I
Sorry.
did get this offer for the cash rewards. Right now, I only have a Mission Lane card. I recently, I think even right before I got with you, around the time I did in like December, November, my credit limit for Mission Lane went from 2,000 to 4,000. And then now I just learned to make multiple payments. But I did get this offer for the cash rewards. And I'm just wondering, like, would it make sense to go for it? Because in the research, it said that you need like a 660 credit.
Okay, so remember,
that's around what I have.
It all depends on the relationship, right? Because how long have you had Navy Federal?
So it's been like 4 months, but yeah.
Okay, so over 3 months, right? Is it one of your primary